good?
So let's do a slow walkthrough.
In dance, we don't have artifacts. We don't have something to pick up and hold on to at all. So the thing that we make only exists in the present moment. It is simultaneously created and destroyed. It's always in a state of disappearing. I started creating Lost Action on Remembrance Day in Montreal, and it felt like an auspicious topic to look into. So the title, Lost Action, refers not just to the disappearance of our art and our dancing, but also it refers to the phrase lost in action. And it refers to soldiers, and it refers to veterans, and that sense of disappearance and loss there.
That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm really impressed.
Look at this!
Look at that!
Oh, so nice.
Oh, gorgeous.
This is great. Anne and Germaine.
Impressive.
Very cool.
I'm impressed. When we're considering, how does one adapt from the stage to film, which is exactly what we did in this case, we realized that we just didn't want a documented kind of film of a performance. What we chose to do for this particular project was to start from scratch. In other words, we wouldn't be filming them out of doors in a real location. We would be creating an abstract location.
Then to consider 3D and what could that bring, that this very intimate approach to making dance films has been working for us. It really came to be about, wow, we get to explore space. Basically, there was compositing involved. We had to have the dancers separated from the green screen, then allowing us to have this very neutral background in which we could then start layering in all of these different textures and qualities that we had discussed. Fog and mist and dust and particle.
Like the first idea, just like to have the feeling of the movements and of the body. And I always do this because, like, when I draw like the figure and the feeling of the dancers, it just gives me it's like a research to make sketches. And when I've heard the music, it changed again. So there were like many stages in which I was looking for, and at the end I ended up using only natural ingredients, if I can say this. I painted all the background using soil and earth and pieces of wood and things like this.
We decided through discussions with Theo, for instance, to bring in archival footage. So to situate it even further, to instill in the viewer some cues or clues even, to ground the narrative even more.
To reach?
Good. Let's just try it from here, because I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Can you guys go ahead? So many different ways to get the audience to look at where you want them to look at on the stage. And I'm really fascinated by that. It's something I really enjoy doing. And of course, as filmmakers, Philip and Marlene are all about that too. They're all about getting the eye to track what you want them to track. So I think that's been an interesting conversation between the three of us.
The other thing, of course, was learning about the specifics of what 3D filmmaking is all about. In other words, the field of vision, how do you create work and where do you place the dancers and how does the camera see these dancers. The notion that we've always worked with is that we want the viewer to enter into the landscape that we've created or the project that we're putting forward. With 3D or stereoscopic, the whole notion is you want to avoid all the pitfalls that would distance somebody from entering into that whole proposition.
I felt and continue to feel so humbled by the subject of war and by the subject of violence and of soldiers, and I felt that I had to use dance in order to tackle it because it was my only hope at honoring something that I felt so moved by, so